Hello humans, it's Random Wizard and welcome to the Random channel. Today we're going to be starting a new reading type of game. This one's called Magium. I found this on the Play Store. Links in the script, obviously. And no clue what the game is about. I literally have no clue what the game is about. I've not checked it out. I've not done anything with it. And I'm just going in blank. This might be a let's play, or this might be just a single off that I'm playing. This might turn into a 3-year series, or just I'm playing this time 3 videos and then we are done. Who knows? We'll see. Let us begin because of the unfortunate situation that went down with the Ranger's choice, which was absolute dogpile shit. I didn't really like it. They say there is a fine line between bravery and stupidity. As I stand here in the midst of this forest, gazing at all of the explosions far in the distance, I realize I may well have crossed that line to a point of no return. My name is Barry, I'm 28 years old, and I could quite accurately be described as your everyday ordinary guy. I have no talents, no particular skill, no academic background. Oh, he's like me, he's just 4 or 5 years older than me. But there's not much difference between me and Barry, it seems like. The only thing that defines me is my lifelong obsession to become a mage. Okay, that is the difference between me and Barry. It is what I've wished for since I was 5 years old. It has been my driving passion throughout my life, as I've constantly amassed knowledge about mages and traveled the world in the hopes of finding a way to make my dream come true. I mean, shouldn't you go to a college or something? Do you not have money for it? After endless years of searching through dusty tomes and weathered parchments, I finally found a way to do it. The catch: I need to first win a tournament against the most powerful mages in the world. Sounds crazy. That's probably because it is far too late to go back now. The only way that's left for me is forward. As I stand here, knowing that it's no longer possible to return to my ordinary life, I can't help but feel quite well, it's a stupid decision. I should be afraid. Deep down, I always knew this would happen. I've been spending the past few weeks getting mentally prepared and making plans, telling myself I'm ready for whatever this tournament is going to throw at me. You just said you have no skill. How would you fight against people who are already mages? You're not even a mage. You're trying to become a mage. I don't know how would you become a mage by winning this contest, but I don't understand. What does that even mean? Like, how did you enroll in this contest? This sounds like a contest between mages, if, as you said, there are mages here. So, how did, like, a normal person get in? That's weird. I've been, telling myself I was ready for whatever this tournament is going to throw at me, but once I got here, once I knew there was no going back for me, there was no way for me to go back. All my confidence turned to uncertainty and all my courage turned to fear. I'm going up against the strongest mages in the world. No amount of planning could ever really make me prepared for this, but it's too late to change my mind now. I've had enough time to back out of this before coming here. I'm going to win this tournament against all odds. You're just saying that. Normally in a real life situation, this is about the time where you get an arrow through the head and you die. I'm going to win this tournament against your all odds. I'm going to do it. I just have to. There's an explosion maybe a few hundred feet from my location. The fight has already begun, and one of them is much closer to me than I had expected. There's no way I can get in a fight with any of the mages at this point. I need to avoid combat for as long as possible if I'm to survive until the end. By the way, there's a stat screen right here. Don't ask me what it's about. I have no clue. Where were we? The problem is the font is really weird. I mean, it's like very cluttered together. I would have liked the font to be a little like broader, so it would have been easier for me to figure out where I was. Where were we? But it's too late to change my mind now. If I had enough time to come back out of this because before coming here, I'm going to win this. Yeah, I'm going to do it. Explosion. The stats screen threw me all the way all over the place. I can't figure out where I am. None of them is much closer to me than I'd hoped. There's no way I can get in a fight with any of the mages at this point. I need to avoid combat for as long as possible if I'm to survive until the end. I head in the opposite direction from where I've heard the explosion. As I'm heading towards the end of the forest, I start hearing voices. There are 2 mages talking in a clearing few feet away from me. I hide behind a tree and take a quick glance towards the clearing. It seems the 2 mages have just finished fighting. One of them has the appearance of an ordinary thug. He's wearing a simple stained white shirt, leather pants, and a belt full of throwing knives. Well, that does not sound like a mage. It sounds like a rogue or something. His untrimmed black beard hides a wicked smile. Just by seeing the confidence in his eyes, I can clearly tell he's the victor of the skirmish. The other mage is wearing heavy armor, but his shield lies on the ground beside him and is barely holding a sword anymore. Wait, is he a mage or is he a battle mage? Wait, even battle mages don't go around with a sword. What the hell? That's weird. What type of mages are these? Well, then again, he got in, right? I mean, he is assuming they're mages, but he got in and he was not a mage, so I'm guessing the other guy is like a knight or something maybe, but he clearly said that they're mages, but then again, how would he fucking know? Taking a closer look at the mage in armor, I noticed that his head is bald, his skin is dark, and he's likely in his mid-40s, and he has a scar on his forehead shaped like an X. I've read of a mage matching this exact description who went by the name of Darren. He was quite legendary, but would he lose so easily to some common thug? The mage in the white shirt answers my question as he addresses the one in the armor while casually playing with one of his knives. The legendary mage Darren, the savior of the eastern continent, the healer in the armor, they say. You've traveled the world, saving countless villages from destruction. That you have once fought 10 rock golems by yourself only to defend a small child. I guess this really goes to show you should never really trust legends, eh? I always knew all of those tales about mages as strong as giants or just Codswallop. Hell, if all those legendary mages that have joined this tournament are as weak as you, I'm going to win this by sundown. He starts laughing, but he stops suddenly. Wait, who's there? He says as he turns towards me. I quickly pull my head back behind the tree and press my back against it, trying to breathe as silently as possible. I know you're there, coward. Show yourself. I'll have one of my knives find you. I think I should... Oh, fuck, what the... Well, he clearly knows we're here. We're already laughing and he suddenly just knew that we're here. He has probably like clairvoyance or fine life or something. I highly doubt it's a good idea to stay silent. We should just show ourselves. Who are you calling a coward? Achievement unlocked. Well, I would prefer to be one. I breathe in deeply and try to appear as calm as possible. I step out of the forest into the clearing, facing the mage with the knives directly. Who are you calling a coward? I ask him. The mage pauses for a bit as he measures me up and down. A stillwater, eh? He says finally. He tried hard to keep his composure when asking his question, but the tremor in his voice has betrayed him. He is afraid. His sudden change of attitude towards me is not completely unexpected. The existence of stillwater is one of the main reasons I've dared to dream that I might have a chance to win this tournament. What the fuck is a stillwater? Stillwater sounds like a town or something where there are like swamps or some shit. Stillwaters are a very rare breed of mages. They are known to be incredibly powerful. One of them is said to have destroyed an entire city in an instant some 20 years ago with only a flick of his fingers. The city of Olmnar was said to have been one of the greatest cities on this continent, but it was wiped off the map just like that in a single second. Such is the power of these stillwaters. But what is even more interesting about these stillwaters is that you can differentiate them from normal humans. Normally you can sense the magic flowing from every being. You don't need to be a mage to do it, but by sensing their magical aura, you can tell how strong mages are before engaging them in a fight. Stillwater, however, have the same aura as the normal humans, and if you were to run into someone that seems to have almost no magic in the middle of what is essentially the greatest mage tournament in all of history, who would you be more inclined to believe? That an average human was somehow suicidal enough to join the tournament only to get massacred, or that you're facing one of the strongest, rarest kinds of mages that exist in the world? Oh, that is a trick on itself. Like, what the hell? So he essentially is just going in this like in a fucking fight with the fact that he does not have magic, so the other person would assume that since this guy has no magic, he's a stillwater. Fucking hell, that is way too much of a gamble. That's not even a gamble, that's just stupidity. That's like buying lottery ticket and hoping to get the fucking lottery or something. Like, holy shit, that's stupid. But whatever. You don't scare me, Stillwater. I'm going to fill you with holes and you'll end up begging me for mercy. I bet your legends are no more true than they were for this sad excuse of a mage standing next to me. Imply that I'm the one that destroyed the city of Olmnar. Give him until the count of 10 to retreat. Well, oh fuck. Well, this is a problem. So it's more threatening to the count of 10 thingy, but let's say he did not and he just stood there. But if he just stood there, then that would be super awkward. He's like, yeah, do it. What the hell? Why is he not doing it? And if I city of, yeah, okay, actually I can do that. He said that the city of Olmnar is like, it was 20 years ago that the place got destroyed. So I don't know, like it was 20 years ago, so we are 28, so he obviously would be like, you should be 50 or something, but you're not, so then you're lying. Is that what he's going to say? I'm gonna go for the count of 10. Fuck it. Off to a good start. Apparently that was the correct decision or something. Are they gonna just throw achievements at me or something? I'm going to give you until the count of 10 to get out of my sight, I tell him. Empty words. That's all you've got. Arm yourself, fool. Today I become a legend. Once he's done talking, the mage throws 5 daggers simultaneously towards me. I try to dodge them, but they're fast. I barely even get the time to blink. It was all over in a second. As I feel the pain from the daggers, my consciousness slowly starts fading away. Oh, he didn't even wait for the 10 seconds. He just fucking killed the boy. Okay. I don't know what the hell am I don't know why am I so. Wait, what the hell is this? This option was not, wait, was it like this? Did I not go all the way up? There was another option. I see no reason to show myself to you. I could go with that actually. I mean, I don't want to change my options too much, but still. I see no reason to show myself to you, I tell him. As he pinpoints my location from the sound of my voice, the mage makes a rather long pause before speaking again. A stillwater, eh? He tried to keep his composure. He's scared. Stillwater, rare breed. He don't know how strong he is. You don't scare me, Stillwater. So that one was the bad choice. So you save like this. You go into the menu, you just click this and just save slot 1, and then you just save game. And there we go. Saved, and go back to the fucking thing. Now where were we? I'm just gonna, well, the first one is just death. I thought it was the good option because it said off to a good start or something. Imply that I'm the one who destroyed the city of Ulmnar. That's funny, I tell him. That's almost the... But that one shouldn't work. We are like 28. Wouldn't he question the fact that Ulmnar got destroyed 20 years ago? What the hell is this? That's funny, I tell him. That's almost the same thing the people of Ulmnar told me before I burned the city to the ground. After I say that, there's a long pause in which none of us says anything. You're bluffing, the mage says. I guess there's only one way to find out then, I tell him as I feel my heart pounding in my chest. A few seconds of silence that followed felt like the longest seconds in my life. For a long pause, the mage finally says, "You're in luck, Stillwater. I'm feeling merciful today. I'm going to be out of your hair just as soon as I finish this guy here. You do that and you'll regret it," I say without thinking. My last sentence seemed to have taken him aback. What, are you kidding me? You're going to defend this lowlife? If I have to. Do I have to? He's really good at shit talking. That much I can tell him. The mage once again falls silent. He doesn't seem to want to push his luck any further. After a while, I hear him put his daggers back into his belt, then spit on the ground. I'll remember this, Stillwater. Don't think I won't. You'll rue the day you messed with Cutthroat Dave. The same goes for you, healer in armor. I'll see the both of you again soon. After he finishes his speech, he turns away in disgust as he heads into the woods on the opposite side of the clearing. Once I can no longer see the mage, I let out a big sigh. That was close. That was really close. I can still feel my heart beating rapidly in my chest. Well, you shouldn't like... well, I would recommend, like, you know, keeping your guard up or something. Like, still maintain that air of, like, haughtiness or some shit. Like, I feel like that sort of guy, I don't... Maybe, does he go away? I mean, we could also get third-partied. I mean, we technically did the third party, so we could get fourth-partied. I mean, even if he left... But I feel like there could be a chance that he would be hiding to like check out what we do next, or there could be like a fourth party that just jumps in and fucking destroys us or some shit. Like, I don't fucking know. We'll see. There also would be a chance that he just simply left, which I guess that would make sense. I mean, who the fuck would want to stick around a guy who destroyed a fucking city? But I'm just always going for every single option that could possibly happen because of fucking Wizard's Choice. That game fucking forced me to think 10 times before I make a fucking choice. You do that and you'll regret it. What was I even thinking? Was I trying to get myself killed? This is a life and death tournament, Barry. This is not the time for you to start playing hero. I try to calm myself. The mage in the armor sheathes his sword, picks up his shield from the ground and starts walking towards me. You had no obligation to save me, he says, but you did so anyways at the risk of your own life. I cannot let such selflessness go unavoided. I dare and vow this day that I will offer you my protection from this moment and until the end of this tournament. Tell me, brave soul, what is your name? His speech took me by surprise. It's Barry. My name is Barry. Wait, your name is Barry? He tries to contain his laughter but fails miserably. He was trying to sound solemn and dignified just a few moments ago, but it seems it did not take him long to drop his act. Now that's the weirdest name for a mage I've heard in my life, especially for a Stillwater. Do you have something you want to tell me? What the hell does that even mean? What the hell does that even mean? I don't get it. What's the problem with Barry? Like, does like Barry mean something weird in some language or something? I I legitimately don't understand what the fuck is the problem. Is it because like our name is not Drala the All-Seeing or some shit like that? I mean, the other guy's name was Dave the Cutthroat or whatever. Like, really? Just because I don't add a title behind my name, really?